But the gospel is still the same. Middle Tennessee's very own gospel radio station is 760 AM WENO, Nashville.
Welcome to the To The Point Show, a fast-paced program that focuses on hot-button national issues of the day and a whole lot more. And now it's time to get to the point. Good morning, Nashville.
Good morning, Nashville. I'm Larry.
I'm Ron.
And this is To The Point, where we get to the point of your hot-button issues and the hot topics throughout the nation and in the city. What's going on, Nashville?
What's going on, Larry?
Did we survive the weekend?
Did you survive the weekend? 4th of July.
Okay, I just had a heated discussion just a moment ago, and I got to bring it to the forefront.
Okay.
To the forefront of today's show.
Please do.
Because it seems that some of the listening audience and some of the public don't know that the separating of families at the border, this is a practice that has been going on for years. Okay. As a matter of fact, I want to say, I'm gonna look on the computer now. As a matter of fact, most of the images that we have seen were from years ago. During the Obama administration.
So that's not what's currently going on?
No.
Down there with the aluminum foil?
No, it's been, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, I can't speak to aluminum foil, but what I can speak to is that I'm sorry, when a law is broken, anywhere in this great nation, and someone is taken into custody, I have never seen or heard of someone's child going into custody with them.
I see what you're saying.
Have you ever heard of something like that? Who would even make an argument? But that being said, it may be the
put them down there in the holding cell in the Justice Center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get their children in the. I'm sorry. That being said, hold on. Maybe it's the people say the optics, the visualization of it. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't want my son to go into the jail cell with me.
Okay.
It would be you talking about horrible. That would be horrible. You know what I mean? Hold on, Ron.
I mean, what can you do in that situation?
Personally, I can speak to a personal experience. I'm sorry, secondhand personal experience. A guy told me about this right here. Okay, the guy who was incarcerated, right, in jail, awaiting trial, could not make bond. Okay, and so this was a guy kind of was how can I say, this guy was like. Had got false identified and taken into custody. Was in jail for like 3 weeks, you know. So that he was positively identified, but someone stole his identity. He was in jail in a tough jail. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And someone was attacked that was like standing close by him and almost killed. Okay, you follow me?
Yeah, I follow you.
So I'm thinking I'm bringing that I'm bringing that message today.
What if we kept children with their parents in these situations?
In a situation, I'm not saying I wouldn't want to see anybody hurt anywhere, but I'm saying, I want my child.
So this has been going on, and it would have to have been going on. Anybody caught at the border, it would have to be a process.
If you broke the law at the border as an adult, you're going to be taken into custody.
But not only that, if you get caught out there at Green Hills Mall with your children shoplifting, okay,
they're going to separate you and your child.
No doubt.
But I'm sorry, but not to belabor the point, because it seems rational, but some of us in the public don't think that we should be doing that. But I'm just saying, what happens is that this is a nation of law and orders. Okay. And hey, and if I can say this right here, can I say this right here? This rhymes. The border needs order. The border needs order. Okay. And so, I'm sorry, I don't want anybody coming and going in my home out there around the corner where I live down the street here. Coming and going at order. We got to have order at the border. Now, I mean, you may not like Donald Trump. We was having a big argument debate. Me and my best friends, we were having and how much they hate Donald Trump. And so I was like, what do you really hate about him? You know? Okay. Say, well, he's a racist. I said, well, nobody said he was a racist until he ran for president. You know. Mm-hmm.
He had black friends.
He's got black friends.
You have black friends. That's a question. Can you have black friends? I got
white friends.
Okay.
Hey, some of my best friends are white.
We might need to talk about that.
Can we talk about that? Some of my
best friends are black.
Some of my best
friends are black socks. You can say that.
You can't say black socks.
that's a place. It's a real place.
What is the
hell?
Hell is a real place.
It's a real place.
Hell is a place.
Okay.
They say it's a myth, but I'm sorry. Actually, that's a theological conversation that we'll have to have on this show one of these days. But just briefly, I wanted trivia question for the day.
Okay.
When did the existence of hell arrive in the Bible?
Good question.
Trivia for the day. Call in.
Somebody can call
in and be a guest host on the show.
Yeah.
Whoever gets names. When did hell become a real place in the Bible? Moving on. Today's topics in Asheville is a lot going on.
A lot going on in the city.
We're on the soapbox about stuff going on. Okay, Ron. Trade war with China. How will it affect your bottom line? The grocery store, at the clothes outlet, gas pump, clothes outlet, merchandise, electronic.
You've been getting from China that's cheap. You turning it and flipping it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Are people doing that? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm saying, even buying products from China, I think Walmart is Walmart a big?
Sure, they do.
Walmart is a big vendor for the Chinese goods and products. And so, how will it affect your bottom line? The U.S. has started. I'm sorry, the U.S. We didn't start it. We're just going to finish it. We did not. The United States did not start the trade war with China. Let's put that out in the open right now. What happens is that these people have been manipulating the markets for so long, and now we've got a big guy in the White House is going to put a stop to it.
Okay.
The big guy in the White House, the real businessman.
You got people with predictions and things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
And I can truly say I can't too much comment it. I guess they know I'm trust with the people that's running it.
Well, here it is. Okay, Donald Trump has run a business. He's run multiple businesses.
He came in as a businessman.
As a businessman.
That's okay.
And so when you see, these are things that you see when you're doing business, and maybe a lot of people who are not just regular politicians, I say basic politicians who never ran a business, they're maybe not overly cognizant of what's happening to our economy when we're getting when trade is not going our way or it's not even.
Okay.
See, it was one thing we have if we're trading with someone, and so what I'm getting is it has equal value to what I'm giving. What I'm getting has equal value to what I'm giving you, so I don't have a deficit. I'm not in a negative.
And in any partnership or agreement of such, different entities bring different things to the table. That's what makes the things work. And if you feel like you're not, evidently, I'm believing that he feel like we're not getting our end of what we're supposed to be getting. Right. So let's put these things in place.
There's a story highlighted here on the sheet, but it's a 92-year-old woman. I'm going to skip that story because that's too strong for this early in the show. But what happened is
okay.
Let's not touch on that. That's a strong topic for our audience and strong for me too, because I've been having a big argument about that right there.
Okay.
But moving on,
some things can be personal.
Personal.
There's so much going on in the world today.
Yes.
And some things you just wouldn't believe. It's many things that, as far as in the news, that I said don't even bring it to the table.
Don't bring it. Okay. All right. Okay. Also, over the weekend, Mike Pompeo. Mike Pompeo.
Okay.
He was in North Korea again, I understand, and our denuclearization of North Korea is kind of is shaking on shaky ground. We got a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Ron Jasmine, this is Larry Dawson. I'm just calling to say good morning.
Hey, Larry, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. Keep my head above the water.
Man, glad you called in, and I hope you're enjoying the show today.
Yeah, I'm very pleased to hear the broadcast. It's the first time I heard you on Monday.
Yes, sir.
This is to the point. This is to
the point show, Brother Larry. It's so good to hear from you.
I wanted to say I heard you talk about hell. I don't have an answer on that right now. Of course, I do realize that in the Bible, the Lord speaks of the lake of fire, and so we know that eventually is coming up.
Well, we need an answer. We need an answer on. And I'm sorry, I preface. We're not using the word hell as profanity. listening audience.
Yes.
We're using the reference as to when it came into existence as a biblical reference. Please be sure that our audience knows that.
Okay.
We're not using, hey, Larry, thank you for your call, and call back. We need that answer.
And call me Larry when you get a chance. Call me Larry.
Okay. Okay. Also, I was Mike Pompeo. Okay, nuclear deal is kind of falling. It's on shaky ground. May fall apart. We hope it doesn't. These guys are working hard. Ron, soccer team in Thailand stuck in the kids. 12-year-old boys. These are 12-year-old boys and their coach trapped in a cave. Had been in the cave for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yes, sir.
With all the technology we got in the world today,
situation, the way that they was inside of the cave.
Have you ever been caving before?
No, I have not.
I have been caving before.
Ruby Falls.
I've been caving. I have been caving before. It's a fantastic. We have it here in Middle Tennessee. I want to say we got a cave in McMinnville, Manchester.
Okay.
And it's a really, really great experience. If you haven't had a chance to go, you should go with your family, take your family. But it is not okay. Caving, I guess we don't think about it. You see a cave, you think it's just a walk in. No, this thing, you have to kind of navigate small, tight areas. And sometimes you may go underwater in one place, then come back out to a dry space in another place. Moving on.
That's exactly what they have to do to get them out of there right now.
Right.
And it's one part in there where it's very little.
Keep those kids and the soccer team in prayer.
They have 8 out as of this point right now.
And I understand Elon Musk.
Okay. Did he said did it work? He was doing?
He was trying to help. He was
trying to help. I know.
He was trying to help out.
I did. Okay.
This guy's got a big heart. I understand. Former Thai Navy SEAL diver dies in Thai cave. Wow.
A man did die trying to save him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
oh,
but he was a Thai Navy SEAL. Okay. Nevertheless, a Navy SEAL.
Wow. 4 boys rescued on Sunday. Yeah. Rescuers are working at the cave site in northern Thailand. Have suspended operations for a day after bringing 4 more boys out of the flooded cave system on Monday.
This morning.
According to a witness working with the rescue team, bringing the total of the rescue boys to 8. This is a big story. Can you imagine if your son was trapped in a cave? I mean, that's heavy. 4 more boys and the coach that remain trapped inside the Tham Lang Nang Non cave complex. I imagine it's a fantastic facility.
Let's do a shout out. Nashville Auto Repair, 633 Murfreesboro Pike, Nashville, Tennessee, 633.
MJ.
Yeah, call MJ and he can fix it right away. 615-839-4283.
There it is, Nashville Auto Repair. They'll get it done for you. Also, are they still holding Donald Trump's former campaign manager?
Okay.
Paul Manafort.
Okay.
In solitary confinement.
Solitary confinement.
And what happens is that, hey, Ron, this is something that I am really, really bothered by this case. Of all the things that we can talk about and listen in on, this guy was already out on bond.
Okay. The ankle bracelet
or whatever, out on bond, and had been taken into custody because Mueller, the Mueller investigation, they had said they wanted to bring him in because he was tampering with the jury, or something like that.
Something like that. They said that he had tried to tamper.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Here's the question, and I don't know if you've been paying attention to this. The judge in the question, so the judge is asking questions about this, and they're saying, how big is the scope of the Russia investigation? Because Manafort's in jail on something that had nothing to do with Russia.
Right, that's it.
It had nothing to do with this. His charge was a charge that had been dismissed 13 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Some of the guys were fall guys, but Manafort, he was like a front man out there and stuff, but they got him on some old stuff.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, that'd be like if you were going to court, Ron, for a codes violation at your house. Say you got a car parked in your grass, you go to court, and the DA comes in and says, well, what about your windows at your house, Ron? wait a minute.
You didn't come out on that.
No, what about your plumbing? Wait a minute. You said the car in the garage. No, so I'm kind of.
So the initial reason for the investigation, that fell out. So
okay. Also, they said they had the Mueller team, whom was investigating the Russia investigation was the same team that did the Hillary Clinton investigation and dismissed all her charges.
Well,
but they said, I'm sorry. They said this group has donated. The people who were working on the investigation, who did the Hillary and Clinton investigation, have donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to Hillary Clinton's campaign. Now they're investigating the Russian investigation. They're doing the Russian investigation and investigating Donald Trump and his group. Mm-hmm. And they said they're guilty before they even started investigating anything. So this is kind of I say double standard. Double standard. This leaves a no. This says double standard. Like I've never even heard double standard. Ron. Okay. Moving on. You got a shooting in Louis, in OKC. Gunman, 28-year-old, and 3 injured. What you know anything about? You got any details on this story, Ron?
I was trying to look up some more on it. No, you have to check that out.
Shooting in Louis. I'm sorry.
That's a restaurant.
Louis is. I saw maybe it's Louis.
Oklahoma City.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
28 years old came in and injured 3 people. Yes.
Hope he's in custody. Let's hope this guy's in custody and taken to where he needs to be, away from people.
Here's one. Adam Bloom, man who called police on black woman at North Carolina private pool, no longer has job.
Adam Bloom.
You didn't see. It's been a couple of those different things where people are just calling the police and they say it's because they're black. Like the little girl selling lemonade or selling water up in New York, and the lady got to call it, you don't have a permit and all that stuff. But this one, this lady lived in the community and she was using the pool. Okay. But the guy seemed to think for some reason that she didn't belong there. So he no longer has his job.
And so, but he worked at the place where the pool was at, or he worked somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Private pool.
A private pool. Okay. Well, I guess. Well, let's hope that this guy can see the light here. Okay, Tennessee Republican gubernatorial candidate Randy Boyd's company avoided paying millions in taxes using a double Irish loophole. We need to look at what is a double Irish loophole.
You know, it's loopholes in the law.
You know what I wanted to add, guys. You know what I wanted to add here. I wanted to say this right here, and I was thinking about this over the weekend. He avoided paying taxes. I'm sorry. I'm not overly. I'm sorry. I pay my taxes. If you
make that clear,
let's be very clear. But I am totally against being overtaxed. You know what I mean?
I can agree with you on that.
No, I'm sorry. But
overtaxed.
But now, if he was supposed to.
I mean, if you got a legitimate way that the law provides, and
yes, absolutely. There you go. We don't want. So let's not allow the media to demonize Randy Boyd. I don't know his politics. Some say he's not conservative enough, to be running on the Republican side. Yeah, not nearly enough. Okay. He talks a big conservative game. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, getting down to it, say conservative. I say limited government. Lower taxes, it goes right hand in hand, and following a budget, living by a budget, not more money than we take in. A lot of people, states do that. Ron, what about this? Ron, Tennessee's lawsuit against OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma.
Okay. It's a lot of different lawsuits against them. They're the producer of OxyContin.
One of the producers.
Well, that's a name brand right there.
Purdue Pharma. As Tennessee's pain clinics close, some desperate patients may switch to heroin. Experts say.
And that's the natural order of when you're dealing with those prescription drugs. If you can't get them, or if you get burnt out somewhat on them.
I'm sorry. Let's get to the bottom line. The bottom line says OxyContin maker placed profits over people. Lawsuit reveals.
True.
So when it all comes down to it, they put the almighty dollar above their fellow man.
Is it all about money? And listen.
Go ahead.
So you're looking at this, and it's a bunch of different states that have lawsuits against this maker. It was a big 60-minute special and stuff like this. But my question is, with all the people that were hurt and killed and still going through this particular thing because of what they did, what's the price you pay on something like that?
You mean as a community, or you mean as a community?
No, as the maker and producer of this drug, who they deliberately put out there.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I read a story. I'm sorry. I read a story and I preached the message of the story.
Mm-hmm.
But these drug companies, they are all about the money. They said they. I think
the truth is the truth. We know that's a problem.
There was one year. I can't remember. It may have been 15, 16 years ago. But said the Bear Company,
mm-hmm.
spent 70% of their budget on marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 30% went into R&D, research and development of the product. You follow me? So the most important thing was to let you know we have this product. We have this whatever. They make all kind of medications and such. So I know that's not something that we're gonna be surprised to see that.
Yeah, I mean, Big Pharma is a big deal in America, and they play a big part of running this country. Let me take you to this one, though. I didn't know if I wanted to tell you this one last week.
Go ahead.
117,000 now qualifies as low income in the Bay Area. Ladies, I tell you might like that one.
$17,000
qualifies
a year?
as you can get food stamps in the Bay.
Let me get my calculator.
And they say, woo!
Let me get my calculator out
right now.
117,000. Hey, what's that a month?
20 a month times 10 is 140, so about 15 a month.
About 15,000.
No, 10,000. No, nine.
No. We talking about before taxes. Before taxes, 117 a month is 12.5 a month. So you can't. Yeah, before taxes.
Oh, okay. Before
12.5. It's about 12.5 a month.
120,000.
No, it's 117.
120,000 would be 10,000 a month before taxes.
Am I wrong? Wow,
yeah, 120,000. Yeah.
Hey, let me get the calculator.
So we'll put it right at about. We'll put about
10,000. Let's say
7,500, something like that. Just guessing.
Before taxes.
Yeah.
Let's say after taxes. If you brought home 85, maybe. 85.
You qualify in the Bay Area.
85.
The cost of living.
I just saw a scary picture on the internet. Oh God! It says Hillary is eyeing a run for 2020. Oh God! Wait a minute. Secretly. Talk emerges that Hillary is plotting her 2020 comeback.
All
is
right.
she back? Talk emerges that Hillary Clinton is plotting her 2020 comeback and prepping to take on Donald Trump for a second time.
I guess she'll be running against Oprah.
Well, hold on. Hold on.
Oprah going Republican.
Oprah should. I hope Oprah would go Republican and open the eyes of the black community once and for all. Because what happens is we've been hoodwinked.
Okay.
In my humble opinion.
All right.
Now, I live in the black community, Ron.
I do.
I don't live out in Belmead or Brentwood or Hendersonville.
Yeah.
I live downtown in the black community.
Okay.
And so I know what we're going through. How our jobs have gone.
All right.
How our young teenagers that don't have our kids don't go to the best schools. I mean, or have the best resources in school. For us to succeed, we need this. I'm sorry.
And we talk about opportunity.
I'm sorry. Hold on. The black community. The number one thing the black community does not have. The number one thing, Ron. The number one thing the black community does not have to say that we are a strong community is a our own financial institution.
Mm-hmm.
There's not been one Democrat ever to advocate a bank for actually a real bank that's ran by an African American community itself. You follow me?
I definitely hear you talking. And this is the To The Point Show. We air at 11 a.m. on Monday, 760 The Gospel a.m. You can listen to us online, 760thegospel.com. Like us on Facebook. This show, what will we do?
Where would we be?
Where would we be?
Without Cash for Junk.
Cash for Junk
Our
Cars.
number one sponsor.
Get cash today and that vehicle hauled away. Do you need cash? Call Cash for Junk Cars, 615.
Middle Tennessee's own.
Middle Tennessee.
Own Cash for Junk Car Service.
Cash for Junk Cars, 615-480-6473. 615-480-6473. Or go to buyandtow.com.
There it is. Ron, speaking of the black community, black support for Trump is rising.
Okay.
Into dangerous. I say dangerous levels for Democrats. A danger zone for Democrats.
Okay.
The latest, hold on. The latest YouGov/Economist poll, May 6th. Oh wow.
Through 8.
May 6th. One of a few that comprehensively breaks down support by ethnicity. I'm sorry, Ron. Get that word. Let's get that right. Ethnicity has some frightening news for the Democratic Party. Wow. While President Trump's approval holds steady among registered voters at 41%, and I question, I think it's higher than that, his support among blacks in this poll is striking. Whoa. I'm sorry. If it holds for 2020, it could be totally devastating for the Democrats, because among African Americans, 16% approve of Donald Trump, 10% are not sure, and 75% say disapprove. So, a lot of us have to say, I don't like Trump. But I was on July 4th.
Okay.
I went to a cookout, Ron. Mm-hmm. All black people, not one white person, and I almost got run out of the place talking politics.
I can imagine you at cookouts and stuff.
Hold on, Ron. As I was getting run out, 3 of the old guys with me, they was walking me outside because they were them ones by my shirt, had my shirt in my arms. When I got to the door, I said, "Hey man, I love Trump." It was unbelievable. I said, "There's hope. We got hope."
Trump is the man you love to hate.
They had me by my shirt, Ron. They had me by my shirt and my neck.
They let everybody else think they were throwing you out.
They had me at the door and said, "Hey, get your food. I got your food, man. I made you play." Anyway, we had a great time. Wonderful people. Let me give a shout out to those good people over. Mr. Majors over. Don Majors, a fantastic guy, and he always every holiday year. This guy is a fantastic guy and a great family, beautiful family, sons and daughters, and all his brothers and sisters. But they were hard, they were tough crowd. They were tough crowd. Anyway,
they wanted to cook you on that day.
I almost got on the grill. They were put me on the grill. Hey, but Ron, that's
here's one.
Go ahead.
Here's one.
What you got?
Nashville strips ex-judge Casey Moreland of pension.
Wow. Whoa. Big story. Why? What happened, Ron?
Well, he was in trouble dealing with some different things. You have to look that up.
Okay.
Whatever it was.
Ex-judge.
Do you remember him back in the day?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay.
Okay, well, the black community, we are coming on strong, but I believe that we need to come a little stronger and push ourselves a little further to the right.
Upcoming topics: religion, politics, LGBTQ.
Okay.
Black in America.
Are you still business?
God.
Are you still black? Is it still okay to be black in America?
All right, we'll see you next week.
Hold on.
All right,
before we go,
one more time.
Before we go, hold on. Before we go, we got to mention the great people over at. Did we shout out to Nashville Motors?
Nashville Motors.
Nashville Motors, the home
of the $500 down payment.
Over at 4023 Dickerson Pike, or call 615-262-9367.
615-262-9367. Nashville Motors.
Hey, Nashville's been to the point. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.
See you. Thank you for tuning in to the To The Point Show. Like us on Facebook or visit our website, tothepoint.com.